Hi guys, Sullivan here in Philadelphia. I am going to take you on a mostly quiet, real-time, just as it is garden tour because if I tried to do anything else, I wouldn't film again for 4 months like it's been since my last video. So I've had a lot going on. You guys are mostly here for the garden, so I'm not going to go into it, but I will put a link below to my new website that's got all the details of my vase collection. But we're going to start, like I do, with a lap. And I go down my driveway, walk around the outside of the fence gardens, and then we'll come inside and see all of this. So let's turn the camera around and get going. Try to go a little wider for you guys. Vase deliveries. Can't walk in the street on this side or I will get hit by a car. This is a phantom hydrangea. It has the most enormous flower heads. This butterfly bush has become a menace. We're gonna have to cut it back hard and probably use wire cable on the other side of the fence to get it to pull back. It's a menace to those walking on the sidewalk. This time it's my husband with boxes stacked up at the front door. So this side of the garden really suffered this year. I still do not have the irrigation hooked up, and we had just, like a lot of places, intense heat, drought. Everything's looking a little crispy, but fortunately, almost all the big things, trees and shrubs, have been here for a while, so they survived. I just, everything looks like it's starting to come back, but except the containers. And you can see on the peonies, we just have like the fall stuff, and also just, lost a lot of iris this year, actually. But the irrigation's off everywhere. So, yeah, this just didn't get enough hand watering this year. But it looks like the perennials are going to be able to tough it out. Looks like I lost an Aurelia there. That's okay. Irrigation problems galore this year. I think when you leave a plastic, a plastic pipe system like I have in place over the years, it's going to need some maintenance. And it got really hot, and I didn't have the time for the maintenance, and the garden suffered for it. When I say maintenance, I mean looking for breaks, looking for pipes that have blown off, things like that. So I had a lot of leaks, so where I thought was getting watered was not. So here's what it looks like when an entire clump of tall bearded iris dies all at once. Get this massive void. It looks like I didn't lose all of them. Some are still alive in there. Between mulch and heat and crushing rain, the iris had a very rough year, and a lot of them just disappeared. The peonies really look god-awful, but they will be fine. It's a little early for a fall cleanup, but they'll be okay. But yeah, lots of iris in here. It looks like some of the poppies are gone. Honestly, it's just room to move things around next year. This is funny. These are Icelandic poppies that I planted from Farmer Bailey plugs. Looks like they survived the summer, so I should have fall poppies too. You may notice something missing there. We had a lot of wind. This was the summer of the garden experiencing some extreme weather. None more so than the poor rising sun, redbud. So the good news is it's still alive. The bad news is it looks like this. But it's still green in there. It looks very bad. And this is not rising sun. This is a sucker. But I left it to grow until winter because I do not want the whole tree root system to die off. And at one point, those were all the leaves it had left. So anything that looks like dead in there is black smoke tree and still alive but leafless limbs of a rising sun. So between wind and rain, almost all the planters over here just tumbled over. Things are getting crowded in here, but man, look at this rose. It's Bliss Parfuma. My hand. There's 3 of them in here. They look great. I'm going to try to spread them out a little bit more since I lost almost everything. But yeah, unfortunately, my favorite iris, Friendly Advice, was in here, and it looks like only a couple survived, but they'll multiply again. But yeah, here's all the stages. It smells nice, but not as nice as, of course, this one doesn't look as great. This is Belinda's Blush. Another good one. Yeah, I have a void back in here, so there's room to push at least the front Belinda's Blush back. Oh, yeah. Planters fell over. I planted this area early in the season. It looks like almost everything made it. The Grace smoke tree continues to be amazing and Dr. Seuss-like. Looks like that rose is dead. So I don't stake my dahlias anymore. It's too time consuming. I let them grow and do what they want, and they find room. But everything looks kind of crazy right now, and it certainly reflects my day-to-day. I am definitely working hard and haven't had time to give the garden much attention, but it grows. Happy with the island, despite the missing planters. The big wire urn with the rose fell over. It actually didn't kill the rose. I just haven't had motivation to climb in there and deal with the thorns and standing it back up, but still alive. Dahlias and roses. The roses have really been enjoying the weather. Just a tough summer for a lot of plants. Most of the dahlias you see were left here over winter. I planted only a couple of bags of assorted dahlias that I ordered from big retail plant sites like Eaton Brothers and Longfield and things like that. So yeah, most of them just came back where they have stakes. I haven't bothered to tie them up. Another lost iris cluster in there. Yep, just left almost all of these in the ground from last year. I would say the closer up front ones didn't really thrive last year, but this year I did manage to fix irrigation, so they grew. And they are a wild mess. And I kind of like them like that. It's like nice pops of color. And then as usual, my plant stash, waiting for someday before it freezes for me to put them in the ground. And more plants over there. Not much progress has been made on the rose garden. Here are the roses minus about 20 that actually got delayed till next year. And I didn't avoid the rose garden because the roses weren't here. I just haven't had time. The sky looks pretty reflected in the greenhouse. Gotta grab them before the birds get them. I'll be using, oh God, I think there's a dead squirrel. Let's avoid that. We have 2 yard cats. I'm going to be using the vegetable beds to overwinter new iris and iris that I've pulled from other places that needs a rescue. I think that's a cardoon I grew from seed. Good job, plant. This is a new tree. It looks like it'll do okay. The reason all of this looks fairly smashed down, weedy, and not so hot, and all the peonies in here look bad, is because to get the tree in place, the guys that helped me with that stuff, there were 5 of them needed to move the root ball. I had to dig up a path. I had to dig out all the plants so they could drag it in here. And then it got really hot, and it never recovered. The sweet peas did make it for quite a while before giving up. Yeah, so I have been working on this like a little bit because I need places to put iris for this year. So everything out here is doing well, but I had one of my favorite iris, Dragon's Dance, was all in here, and I think they're all gone. I've been digging through it. Honestly, that's my fault. I didn't pull the mulch back from them after the mulch got done. No rain, and then a lot of rain, and that does not look nice at all. Plenty of space for things to move around. I have to move this like giant hyssop. It's just floppy. And then I have a bunch of neighbors who really like it and want cuttings from it. Yeah. I mean, this is the state of things. It's a wild, colorful mess, and I really like it. But I'm sure it gives some people who like neat and tidy gardens an eye twitch. This was planted this year. It was not meant to go here, but it's fine. I thought it was more like interesting singles like this, or this is Milena Fleur, an excellent water lily formed dahlia, all from last year. This is platinum blonde, I think. I don't know. I like it. It just doesn't belong here with the color story. I planted a bunch of sanguisurbas last year, and I really love them, though they do get floppy, and they probably need to be in the next layer of the border, but I just think they're a great plant. I got a few different ones. But yeah, that's where we are, guys. These white dahlias are demanding that I cut them and put them in one of my vases. I had a couple big photo shoots where I had a ton of variety, and that was really fun, but most people do not buy 10 types of flowers. But if you have a garden you can cut from, you can cut 10 types of things. All right, so that is where we are. Hi guys, Editing Sullivan here. I was just putting together the video and realized the outro that I recorded did not record. Apparently, I mixed up the start and stop buttons, as you do. So this is where the tour ends. I'm gonna let the quiet kind of overviews play out. If you are interested in the vases, I will put a link to everything, and I'll put up a video about the vases. And then yeah, I'm sorry for the long delay. I hope you guys understand. I am starting, this is essentially like starting a whole new business, and I'm doing a lot by myself. So getting out into the garden to walk around has been a great break, but I just haven't been able to pick up the camera because it means spending some time editing, and it just feels like I really don't have that. So but anyway, that's the state of the garden here at the beginning of September, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.